That scared the life out of me. Whatever about it being haunted. Oh Jesus, there's a car in here. Oh mother sweet God. Oh, there's a car in there. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh, that's crazy. Folks, where we are right now is the gatehouse to Ballymacool House, or commonly known as Kelly's mansion, or the Boyd family mansion. Oh, let me get my breath back. That scared the life out of me. Something else is moving down there. Could be rodents or something. There's a basement. I don't know how to get down to the basement. This place is supposed to be haunted. It's haunted by cows. It's a pity that houses like this aren't saved, because there's a lot of history to these properties. This is up over that hill. Would probably be one of this here would have been one of the roads to Ballymacool House. So we are not too far from it, and that is your gatehouse. But as you can see, the roofs are all rotted away. But there would have been a lot of history to this. And ooh, this floor is so sketchy. There is a stairs up to and upstairs. It's a way too sketchy. It's full of woodworm. But that is the upstairs, and don't know what that is for. But look at the beautiful detail in the porch here. Absolutely fantastic, folks. There was a little toilet. That's a strange place to have a toilet right at the front door. Whatever about it being haunted. Don't want the cows to come back. I'm scared of the life out of me. It's a pity that houses like this aren't saved, because there's a lot of history to these properties. This is up over that hill. Would probably be one of this here would have been one of the roads to Ballymacool House. So we are not too far from it, and that is your gatehouse. Going around the outside of the property. Advertisements stuck on the walls. I'm inside Ballymacool house, folks, and big thank you for all the support on the last video I done here. Even though I didn't edit it, I just put up raw footage, and this time I'm going to show you a more thorough look around. It is very, very hot. I'm currently inside the house, so as you can see, it is full of trees. But let's explore, folks. One person had, who I know, told me that there was a tunnel linking this house to Rock Hill House, which is in that direction, and it is a good distance away. So I don't know how much of that is true. I do know that there is a basement, and there is a kind of tunnel kind system. Since the last video I've done here, it's been on my mind to see what is down there. Don't know if I am going to be able to get down there, but I am going to try and feed my curiosity, as it were. I'm more in depth into the building now, and I'm nearly sure that that is a link to a basement, and all the rubble has fallen down into it, so there is no access there. It is pretty dangerous here, actually, folks. trees have grown into the cracks in the walls and split them apart, so it is pretty dangerous in here. So I have to tread carefully. This window seems to be an outside window until you look in here, and I don't know what that is all about. There looks like there's another room in there, so that's kind of strange. I'm inside that part of the building now. I'm not walking on that, and that is actually the window. Look how high up that is. And another link to the basement. There's a lot of charred wood, so this place has been on fire at some point. I don't know if it was the cause of the house being abandoned. I'm not quite sure of the story behind that, but a pretty substantial house, as you can see, back in the day. As I said earlier, the Boyd family originally owned this house. It is said that some of the Boyd family are buried on the property. The ghost story behind this is the Boyd family are still here. But moving on from that, it was bought by the Kelly family, and it is commonly known as Kelly's Mansion, even though it is Ballymacool House. When the Boyds had the property, they had taken over from abroad a lot of selection of exotic trees and planted them on the property. When the Kellys took it over, they cut all the trees down and used it as firewood. I'm not going any further into the basement. There's no point in me going further into the basement. It's just full of wood and debris that has fallen down. Folks, don't do stupid stuff like me. You know, just watch my videos. I just got stung by loads of nettles. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, I'm just making a point. That is the trouble we go through to get you guys content. The front of this house is full of wild daisies and buttercups, and there's so many in them. There's so many there that it smells absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's no horses in this video, but there was cows, which was even worse. Mystery time. It's time to find out what's going on under here. I removed the grate and I want to have a look. I'm not going down there, folks. There's no way I'm going down there because I can't get back up. That doesn't go very far. There's debris in there, but there is a tunnel in there. I hope I don't drop my camera, then I'll have to go down in there. There's there is a tunnel in there as well. I don't know how far that goes. It looks like drainage, folks. That's what that looks like. Look how thick those pipes are. Jeez. But that is what is down here. It looks like drainage. That's what that looks like. No, I can't go down there, folks. I just won't get back up. Just going to put the grate back now, because if somebody falls down there, they won't get out of there very easily. So, on to my next bit of adventure, folks. It is blistering hot. I should have done this during the evening time, but I was in the area, so I decided to take this opportunity. Oh, the shelving is still up. That there is about to fall. You can see where the rotten wood is. So I'm taking a bit of a risk. I'm actually taking a big risk being in here. It's just covered in debris. There's lots of old nails, which I have to be careful with. I'm not going to get any further into this part of it. But as you can see, trees growing inside the house. This is actually an extension onto the main house. It's like a small house that's attached to it. So again, wood is charred here, so there was a fire at some stage. Back out again, an area where there was possibly a sink. I'm hearing vibrations through the ground, which is kind of weird. It sounds like footsteps. If you have your headphones on and if you heard that, let me know in the comments below. I've actually heard and felt vibrations under my feet. Boo! I'm going to move on, folks. This is a shed area, which possibly back in the day had, I know there's an old tyre there, but there's tyres all over this property. Back in the day, this was probably where a horse carriage was kept. You can see the main beam on that. It's just a round piece of wood straight off the tree, like. The roof here is in pretty good shape. I'm feeling them vibrations in the ground again. It could be hammering from a nearby house. There is new houses here on the property. This house came with a lot of land, and that land is now pretty much divided up. Some of it is farmland, some of it was turned into housing. So a lot of the history has gone to this house, and I don't know what the future holds for this particular house. But you know, the mystery behind some of these abandoned places is you know, a house so big, so strong, and you know, a very, very rich house that back in the day turns to a ruin. You know, what happened? How did it happen? You know, was it financial? Was it a fire? You know, was it a fire and it wasn't financially viable to fix? I don't know. There is history on it. I didn't fully plan this visit today, but I was doing another video in another area, and I decided I would, you know, just I would give this a shot, you know. Another small room of some kind. Ooh. This is pretty dark in here. And it is full of ivy. Do you see or hear anything in the background? Let me know in the comments. Heading into another outhouse. Well, I'm not going to head in because that roof is about to collapse. And there's no way I'm going in there. The slates just hanging off there, and they can do a lot of damage. Look at these old milk cartons. Do you remember back in the day, milk cartons were a kind of a pyramid shape, and they were delivered in those cartons way back in the 70s and 80s. They used to use the containers for flower pots. I've had to come in a little bit to get a good shot of the house behind me, but I'm going to come out of here very, very quickly because there's just slates hanging above my head. Places like this can be very, very dangerous, like. into another area, and here is an actual basement, and it is full of rubbish, and I'm not going down there because I can't get back up. There's a lot of outhouses around this property as well, and possibly staff houses. That was a pretty big stable at the time. It's a pity to see this history rotting away, like. This looks like a little house in here, possibly a staff house. And more nettles. There's no point in me going in there. It's full of debris. This is in the window. Folks, if you don't believe me that some of these places are dangerous, take a look at this. There's slates scattered all over this ground. At any time, a slate could fall off that roof and hit you, like. So, that is one of the dangers of doing videos like this. You know, but just use your head. Don't do anything stupid, like. That looks like houses. But we are heading towards another area. Of the stable yard. Again, debris falling down and ivy taking over and plants and trees going out of things and all that. Way back in the day, these windows were beautiful, I'd say. But the beautiful steps up to the side of the house. And the steps up to the front door. And look at all the work in the stone. That stone is absolutely, it looks like it was put on yesterday. It's that clean. Don't know what this is for. It was probably one of those chains for ringing a bell. This is right at the top of the property. Where I'm standing is part of one of the original roads to Ballymacool house. The other road was back at the beginning of the film where I showed you the old gatehouse. This is another one of the gatehouses. So there was 2 gatehouses and 2 roads into the property. And as you could see there, the land here has been used for housing. This is Tiernan Oak Bar, traditional Irish pub. This is actually one of the gatehouses, and it looks like it may be one of the main gatehouses, unless it was extended at one point. Folks, I'm going to leave this for now, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the look around this fantastic house. There is not very many videos on YouTube so in depth as the last video that I put up and this one. So that is a look around Ballymacool house. I will see you in the next video, folks, and as always, be good to each other.